YouTube and social media, peep this out, guys. It's Ian K back again with another one for you. Here at Jack in the Box to take a look at a newly out-of-test chicken sandwich that, along with now being available nationwide, is looking to bring some pretty tasty creamy green goodness along with it. Creamy green is in some pretty tasty guacamole as part of the all-new Guacamole and Bacon Chicken Sandwich here at Jack in the Box, and with a presentation as nice as that, I've got some pretty high hopes for it. And speaking of high hopes, make sure to stick around to the end of this review because I've also got a little mini bonus review on the all-new Cinnabon Iced CinnaCoffee that just launched alongside this new sandwich, and I'm very curious to see how the experience of drinking something like this is going to remind me of eating one of those popular Cinnabons. But for right now, let's get into this guacamole and bacon chicken sandwich. But before I take that first bite to give you my thoughts like I always do, let's get right up on it first for a closer look. Let's peep this out.
Guacamole and bacon.
We got a creamy!
It's the latest from good old Jack with his guacamole and bacon chicken sandwich. And right off the bat, guys, that is some pretty nice green leafy lettuce there. There is no shortage of it, along with some of that hickory smoked bacon on the bottom. Underneath the gourmet roll, it's absolutely confirmed we have got plenty of green leafy lettuce here, guys. And speaking of green, take a look at the creamy green guacamole that we've got on the top over here, along with a stray piece of that hickory smoked bacon there. Definitely a very green situation. Let's go a little further underneath it. There are the other 3 slices of that crispy bacon looking very, very nice. And I'm sure it's going to deliver that crunch to the sandwich there. Underneath the bacon, we've got some of their pepperjack cheese. And underneath that is going to be the main star of the show, aside from the guacamole, the chicken patty itself. And I do have to say, this looks a little on the thin side. Let me lift this up just a little bit more for you. Yeah, it's really, really small. That's pretty surprising. It does look crispy and golden, and while I do wish the patty itself was a little bit thicker, more in tune for the ad for this one here, I'm really hoping the flavor itself is going to make up for initially what looks like a very, very nice presentation, especially with this leafy lettuce and that guacamole in there. But there you go. It's the guacamole and bacon chicken sandwich, brand new here at Jack in the Box. Let's peep out this flavor.
Try my new guacamole and bacon chicken sandwich.
I don't know, guys. I'm looking at this one head on and it does look pretty nice. Lots of green, lots of hickory smoked bacon sticking out the front there. But when I turn it sideways, it looks like I'm missing half of a sandwich there. Let's just hope the flavor is going to make up for what feels like a lack of meat in this thing. It's the all-new guacamole and bacon chicken sandwich here at Jack in the Box. It's a lot of lettuce, but you already knew that. Alright, I'm getting a little bit of heat from the pepperjack cheese, and that goes pretty nicely with the crispy hickory smoked bacon on the sandwich. That's really just a nice combo in general. As for the guacamole, it is subtle in the background, but thankfully it doesn't get completely overtaken by the flavors of the pepperjack cheese and that bacon. As for the chicken, it's fairly juicy, but the coating on the outside is just a little over fried, so the middle is just a little on the dry side there. It's not crazy dry, but thankfully the creaminess of that guacamole is adding just a little bit to it. Let's keep going. There's definitely some nice flavors in this one thanks to the pepperjack cheese, the bacon, and that creamy guacamole, but other than that, there's really not too much on the inside of the sandwich, guys. The thickness of that chicken patty should be just a little bit larger for the price, and while I do like the amount of lettuce that you get with this, aside from the amount of bacon, which is plentiful, there is just something lacking from it here, and it's clearly in the meat department. It just feels like I'm eating half of a sandwich, and as you can see by the way I'm holding it, if you have 2 pieces of the back bread that are touching each other like that, there's clearly something missing, and in this case, it's the meat in the middle. I'm really digging the flavor of that pepperjack cheese along with the hickory smoked bacon on this one, guys. It's the absolute highlight aside from the creamy guacamole. And while the cheese will always be the glue to hold everything together in these sandwiches, I just wish it had a little bit more to hold on to, aka a bigger chicken patty. One more shot of this one before we finish it out. I think this one really would have benefited by having a second chicken patty to round out the other flavors. Aside from being just a heartier bite, I think it just would have offered a little bit more for the money, and I think overall it really comes down to the price versus what you're getting here. Not horrible by any means, but it still feels a little lacking in the meat department, aside from being a little on the pricey side. So on that bomb sexy fear face scale of 1 to 10, the new guacamole and bacon chicken sandwich here at Jack in the Box is going to get just an okay 7 out of 10. I get that guacamole is considered a premium ingredient, but so is getting a decent sized piece of chicken to at least fill the bun that these sandwiches come in. If this was a little bit bigger, it'd be that much better. But of course, that's just my opinion as always. If you've been to Jack in the Box recently and you've tried the brand new guacamole and bacon chicken sandwich, what did you guys personally think? Were you satisfied with the size of the sandwich that you got? And more importantly, what'd you think of the overall flavor? Drop a comment down below, definitely let me know. And that's it for this episode of Peep This Out, guys. As you know, I've got content every single week here on my channel, so while you stay tuned for that next review coming real soon, in the meantime, stay frosty. Alright, let's get into this new Cinnabon Iced CinnaCoffee. Absolutely love the name on this one. They had a lot of nice window graphics promoting this one around my local Jack in the Box, looking very thirst quenching, very refreshing, especially on the hot day that it is right now. How is the flavor going to be on this one though? Is it going to replicate the feeling of having a Cinnabon? Let's find out. Oh, Yes, it does. Wow. Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. Very, very strong cinnamon frosting-like flavor on this one. It's like the middle gooey center of a Cinnabon. That's the best way that I can describe this one for you. Very sweet though, I'm gonna tell you right now. But for a treat, this is easily recommended. Oh my God. That is straight out legit. It's like drinking a cinnamon roll, it really is. The flavor is pretty spot on. The coffee is a little on the light side, but I do have to say the overall sugar rush that I'm getting from this is gonna be pretty crazy, I'm sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. Completely replicates the feeling of it. I think even without the Cinnabon license, it really just tastes like a cinnamon roll-like flavor, but you gotta love having the marketing to go along with it. A definite bomb sexy 10 out of 10 for sure on this, and considering a small goes for about $2.19 on average, this is probably gonna be less calories than a regular Cinnabon in general, but hey, everything in moderation, so if you wanna drink your Cinnabon, now you can over here at Jack in the Box. Alright guys, until next time, I'll talk to you soon.